Today, I want to talk about the latest update to Gemini in Google Docs. So it looks like this one is centered on images, and it doesn't say in here, but I'm assuming it's one of the Nano Banana models because I think that's all they have left with Gemini and Images. But this basically allows you to, as it says here, create and edit images, diagrams, infographics, basically any of the things you can create with one of the Nano Banana models inside of your Google Docs. And it will use whatever you have in your doc, and then I guess whatever you put in your prompt as context for the images. So you can read through this, and then we'll put a link to this article in the description so you can go through it on your own time if you want. I'm not going to go through everything in here. This isn't for every plan. So the availability is right here. And I'll pause on this for a minute just so you can kind of look through. But basically, most of the paid plans, and if you're a business user, it's in there. If you're a consumer, it's like one of the Google AI plans, etc. But this isn't every plan. But if you have one of those plans, then as it says here, the features are enabled by default. If your admin has Gemini for Workspace turned off, then you'll have to get that turned on before you can use any of this. But if, assuming you have Gemini turned on, this feature is already there. And as it says here, the feature is only on the web for now. They're probably going to change that, I'm guessing, but we'll see. So let me switch over to Docs and then just give you a quick demo of what this might look like. Now this is just a Google Doc. It's just docs.google.com. And I just put two sentences in here, just really basic, really straightforward. It's just a quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, and then the lazy dog was not amused. So now what you can do, if you have the Gemini bottom bar, you can use that. I turn it off. I don't see the point of it. But you can also use the Ask Gemini on the upper right up here, and you click on that, and then you can click under Tools and go to Create Images, or you can just prompt it to create images. And you can word this however it makes sense for whatever you have in there, but I just have create images relevant to each of the sentences in the document. And then with the newer models, they'll go through basically their thinking process. So if you're interested in that, you can watch as it goes through and kind of see the different steps that it's going through. So right now it's initiating the image search, and it kind of talks through what it's doing. And then once it's done, you'll have this model thought section that you can expand. And then this one doesn't really have too much, but sometimes there's a ton in here, but this will basically go through everything that it quote unquote thought about before it generated the images. And then now we have two images. So I asked it to create images for each sentence. So now the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. And I didn't say the style. It was a very lazy prompt intentionally, but it went for kind of photorealistic here. And here's a fox jumping over sleeping, or aka lazy dog. And then the lazy dog was not amused. Those are different kinds of dogs. So it's like, maybe I want that to actually be the same breed, or maybe I want this dog to actually still be outside, or maybe I want to change something. So I have the option here I can accept or reject the images, and then, or I can do it over here. I can accept all or reject all. If I want this to be the same breed or different location or something different, I can reject it and then put in the prompt, hey, do this change. But I'm fine with it for a demonstration, so I'll just accept all. And then you see the little check button X go away, and now I have images in here. Now, realistically, you're probably not going to do sentences like this, but you're probably going to have something like this that they have in the post, where you have maybe some kind of article, and this one's about landscaping and interiors, and then at the end of the paragraph, now they added a relevant visual with that. It's like maybe you have a short story and you want visuals for each of the paragraphs. Maybe like there are a ton of use cases where you have some kind of text written and you need some kind of visual. It doesn't have to be photorealistic. It can be any style you can think of. Again, if you've used any of the image models, whether it's in Gemini, Nano Banana models, or like GPT image models, or there's a ton of different like AI image programs right now and image models. If you've used any of those, you know the different ranges of images that you can have. So really any style of image you can think of, you can put into your docs now. And you admittedly could have done this before, not really with Gemini. You could have written a doc and then gone you could have written the doc. So let's say these are actually paragraphs, and then I have all the text in here, and then I would go outside of docs, go to whichever program, use the AI image models, create the images, and then come back here and paste the images in. So it was kind of clunky. It was kind of have to leave the program and then come back. And even if I would leave it and then go to Gemini app and come back, it was still kind of clunky. Now it just brings that experience into here. So if that's something that you might have a use for, you find it interesting, just again, docs.google.com, put in whatever text you have, and then open up Gemini wherever you have it. Could be the bottom bar, could be the sidebar over here. And then you can either click on tools and go to create images and then put in your prompt, or the models have gotten pretty good at understanding. Like if you just say create an image or create images, you don't necessarily have to select the create images tool. But if you put in the prompt to create an image and it doesn't do it, then maybe you want to come back and select the tool. Then just put in a description of what you want in the images. And I would probably put in a more descriptive prompt than this. This was just a lazy prompt for demonstration. And then if you like what they give you, accept it. If not, then reject it and then say what you want to have done differently. Or you can edit. So it's like I can go on now and then take this picture, or maybe I had an existing picture and I can click on it or just reference it in my prompt and then say how I want it to edit. Maybe I want this to be nighttime, or maybe I want it to be, I don't know, in a desert, or just some kind of change to the image. You can also edit. So it's not just creation from nothing. You can also edit existing images, and there's even a little edit thing here. So you can click on this and then so I can click on edit, and then if I click on the image options here, I have all kinds of different things here. I can change the size and rotation. I can change the color, make different adjustments here, opacity, brightness, contrast. I can do the alt text. There are advanced options. There are all kinds of editing options. So it's not just creating images. You can also edit images. And if I didn't want to edit this way, I could go back to the prompt and then just put in normal English of how I want the image to be different. So again, if that's interesting, go to Docs and put in some text and create some images and see what you come up with. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.